If you're like me and you love having rental properties, but you don't necessarily love the admin and the mounds of paperwork that come along with it, good news, because managing your rental property doesn't have to feel like a second job anymore. Baselane just launched something that can completely change how real estate investors run our finances. It's called Baselane Smart. It's a new set of automations that basically put your portfolio on autopilot. So instead of drowning in receipts, in spreadsheets, and in rent checks, you actually get your time back to focus on your next deal or just enjoy your life. Today, I'm going to be walking you through exactly what Baselane Smart is, the features I'm personally most excited about as a new real estate investor, and how I see it fitting into my own rental business as a first-time landlord. Let's talk about the problems that most landlords face, because when I started with this rental property journey, I quickly realized that the money management side takes more work than I expected. There are so many little tasks in the back end. There's those endless receipts from Home Depot runs to fix things. There's tracking all the deposits, the repair expenses, the mortgage payments, and all of the other related expenses. There's making sure I don't miss any tax deductions. There is collecting rent from the tenants and making sure it's on time and charging late fees and everything related to that. It can easily feel like a part-time job, especially if you're not very organized and don't have the systems in place yet. And if you're juggling multiple rental properties, forget it. That's when landlord burnout really sets in, and that's why this new launch is such a big deal if you are a real estate investor who is self-managing your properties. What is Baselane Smart? Let's talk about it. Baselane Smart is an upgrade to Baselane's platform. Baselane is a financial technology company. It is not a bank. Banking services provided by Thread Bank, member FDIC. Think about Baselane Smart like moving from a manual bookkeeping to a hands-free finances situation. The key message here is work smarter, not harder, make things automated. Baselane Smart automates the busy work so that transactions are tagged automatically, receipts are matched automatically, balances are topped up automatically, and rent is deposited quickly. You're not chasing paper trails with Baselane Smart, you're just managing from one clear dashboard where everything is laid out and so much of the busy work is automated. Now let's talk about the specific features that I'm most excited about. Let's go feature by feature because this is where it gets really powerful and there's a lot they packed into this. So the auto tag assistant is where every transaction is automatically categorized. For example, every time I shop at Home Depot, I keep mentioning them a lot because there have been a lot of Home Depot receipts. This is where it can tag that under repairs and maintenance automatically. That is incredibly helpful, so I don't have to go in and do it after. It saves a bunch of time. Next is the advanced tagging rules, and this is where you have total control if you want it. You can create custom rules by description, amount, or even account. So for example, if my contractor charges for repairs always come through a certain card, Baselane can instantly tag them as contractor expense for this property. Next up is the auto receipt match, and this is where you upload a photo of the receipt and Baselane automatically matches it to the right transaction, which makes it super simple. With this, there's no more mystery charges or piles of receipt. At tax time, I am the worst at keeping receipts, so this one is really honestly the one I'm most excited about. And then the next one that is really great is the minimum balance transfers, because Baselane can automatically top up your accounts if the balance dips below a certain amount that you set. This keeps you from overdrafting or missing important payments, and it just provides a little bit of security. For me, that's peace of mind when my mortgage and utility bills hit, so I know that the money is there and I don't have to scramble to transfer money over the day before it's due. Another great feature is the 2-day rent deposits. When you collect the rent through Baselane, it hits your account in 2 business days. So that is faster than a lot of alternatives out there, and that really will help with cash flow and make sure that you have the money when you need it. Another great feature is shared access and permissions. So if you are working with team members, you can give a team member or a bookkeeper access with customizable permissions. So this is great because personally, I have someone help with my taxes so they can get in there and see everything they need. It's great for anyone who's growing or managing with a partner as well. If you're managing with a spouse or a business partner, you can have access given to that person with your permissions set. Another great feature is priority support. So this is faster responses and priority handling if you ever run into an issue, which is fantastic to know that you have when you need it. Who would benefit from Baselane Smart? Basically, before you use Baselane Smart, being a landlord often looks like sorting receipts at the end of the month and spending hours reconciling transactions and figuring out what matches to what, stressing about overdrafts or late payments if you're not super organized or if you're starting really low on cash flow, and it's waiting days and days for rent to clear and figuring out different ways to collect the rent. With Baselane Smart, all of that runs in the background. You get your transactions sorted automatically while you sleep. You get all of your receipts for all of your purchases matched instantly. You get your balances topped up automatically, and you get 2-day rent landing in your account quickly. So instead of hours spent on those admin tasks, you actually just spend minutes reviewing everything, and then you get back to actually running your business. Let's talk about how I plan to use Baselane Smart. For me, I personally plan to use some of the features on Baselane Smart as I scale. Number one is auto tagging those contractor payments and Home Depot runs. So I'm not manually categorizing because there are just so many Home Depot runs. I feel like I could make 1,000 videos about how many things we've had to fix and repair and how many times we've had to go to the store. I also plan to use the auto receipt match for those oops, forgot to upload paper slips, because handling paper is not my strong suit and I often will misplace the receipts. So this is going to be a key feature for me. I will also use the separate sub accounts for repairs and deposits and keeping those topped up automatically with balance transfers based on the rules I set. This way I don't have to remember to move things over manually. Then I'll also use the fast rent deposits once my tenants move in so cash flow stays predictable and the money hits my account as soon as possible. As a beginner, this should help me avoid some of the mistakes I've heard about, and as I continue to grow and hopefully add more rental properties, this should keep me from burning out by removing some of the manual work that can add up on the time side and take away some of the joy from this business. Your rental property should be moving you toward financial freedom and not creating just another job for you. That's why I'm personally so excited about Baselane Smart. It takes the admin work off of your plate and keeps you and your finances running smoothly in the background. If you want to try it out, I'll leave the link in the description where you can sign up for Baselane and test out Baselane Smart for yourself. I'll keep you posted on how Baselane Smart fits in my own rental journey as I continue to grow. In the meantime, let me know in the comments, which of these automations would save you the most time? Where do you spend the most time in your rental property business? Thanks for watching Create with Pennies. I'll see you in the next one.